this is my current escape room, which I am now going to take down because it's been up for a year plus. And this one is an Aztec baseball themed escape room where you are a Aztec baseball player on the team, and some of the upperclassmen have been taking steroids, and so the NCAA officials and your team coaches are searching everybody's dorm room for drugs. You are not on drugs, but your friend Brian has hidden his steroids in your room, and you have 60 minutes before the NCAA officials and your coaches come down the hallway to your room to search your room for drugs. So you know that Brian has hid his steroids in your room, so you need to get them out before people show up and find his drugs in your room, and you get expelled and kicked off the team. So we're starting in this area where this is supposed to be a dorm room hallway, and there's all these different kinds of things. Most of them are props. So like we have condoms, and we have a suggestion box that's locked up, so that's important. We've got, tissues and invitations to join the poetry club and, church meetings, and we got newspapers and whatnot. So around are several different song lyrics with no titles, so you have to kind of read through the song lyrics and hopefully find a connection. Probably aren't going to find a connection out here. In addition to this lock box, there's also this puzzle box with something in it that you can tell that there's something in it. And so the key is to open the puzzle box, which I'm able to. So here's the first little compartment. Has a note that says, "What are you doing after finals?" So that might be important. The key is still in here, so pop that out. And here's the key. It's not going to fit this lock, but like in all escape rooms, you should always look under the carpet, because you would find a key in this case that will fit this lock. You open that up. And inside are a couple of comments about dorm room life, which don't mean anything, but this picture probably will mean something. Follow your arrow wherever it points is what it says on the back. So you know that that's going to be important. You're going to want to keep that with you. You've got this key that you got out of the box. Well, here's the mailbox to your room, so you're going to want to open this. And in here, you find a note from your friend Brian saying why he had to leave his drugs in your room. Ends up not being important at all, but the letter that was in here is important. And it's basically from a fan, a child that follows with his dad the Aztecs baseball team. And there's several words on here that are in bold. So there's jersey, bat, cleats, and fan, or fan and then cleats. So the fact that all of those words are all in, bold might be important. So you're going to take that. There's only one more thing to open in here, and that's the door to get into your room. So you might take this, "What are you doing after finals?" and look over here and find the finals party. It's a directional lock, so it just so happens that there's directions for the party. So then you just, based on the directions, gets you in. It's north, south, east, west. Pretty easy to figure out. So now you break into the room. You've got the letter that the kids sent, and you have this picture. You come on in here. Now you're in a dorm room. So there's a lot going on in here. There's a lot of props. So you might want to put the letter out so you can see, hey, is there a jersey in here? Is there a fan in here? Are there cleats? You know, those, you're probably looking for something like that. You also follow your arrow wherever it points. There's arrows all over the place. So for this, you're gonna match, oh, the same picture is right here. So that's gonna be your starting point. You're gonna follow the arrow down to this kid from the Sandlot who's pointing to this arrow up here. Just pointing to this arrow, which points down to this Aztecs player who's throwing a ball to this guy, who's pointing to this catcher, who's throwing towards this arrow, and this arrow is pointing to this red arrow here. Now, it doesn't point to anything yet, but maybe if we open this up, there will be something on the other side of this panel that this arrow is pointing at. So, probably. So that's something to wait for when we open this. So we had song lyrics out there. There's more song lyrics. They're pretty easy to understand. And it ends up going to be Queen, which there's going to be Queen playing on the stereo. So we'll open this up. You can pause it for a second.